Yeah, hello guys. Today I'm going to show you how to create run a flow button using the command custom command button rather than uh, the traditional flow button that we know and how you can run it. So normally we go to there we use the flow button to run some flow actions in our Dataverse record. For example, if I navigate to the command button here, command side there. So here, when I click on the flow button, then here you can see once I run the flow. So it takes me to the a pop-up dialog where I can usually run the flow myself here. So, and once that is run, so the flow will run in the background and generate the some kind of action that I wanted to generate, as you can see here, for example. So, but what about the other way around? We can be able to achieve this, right? So, is to create a custom command button that we can actually, you know, um, um, write some kind of a power effects to run the flow. So this might not be that we use power effects to to run the flow directly, but there's a way we can actually achieve this with just two columns, two feeds to be able to do that, right? So the first thing I'm going to look at is if I can go to these my table here, and I can just create a button called PDF, for example. So here I can say generate, and this can just be one button. So here I'm going to add this uh, this feed into my form, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be you can add it to the form, but sometimes it probably you can add it to the form and also hide it as well. So I'm going to refresh the form page. Here I have my field, and so the next thing I'm going to do is just to add it to the form. So right, so just put it at the form here. Okay, where did it go? Okay, let me save and refresh. So most of the times, okay, so I need to refresh here. So most of the times, wanted to, you know, is it kind of like I can say like a treat or something, but it's something that the other way around you can usually, find a way to implement such a flow to run a flow action without necessarily have to go to the flow button within the form itself, right? So I need to refresh this page just to see if I can see the feed there. Okay, well, that's okay. This is where it's added actually. So I'm gonna bring this feed here because I want it to be here, not there. Right, okay. And here can just make this feed toggle button and click on save. Then I'm going to open up the form to the command bar. So where I'm going to use my FX formula to, you know, to call the flow. I mean, so what this command bar is going, what this custom button is going to do is to, you know, change or update the PDF columns that we just created, right? So once that column is updated, then it's going to probably trigger the flow from there. So, okay, what's this? Okay. So what I'm going to do here is to, okay, click on the command bar, open a new button. Yeah, so since it's going to be in a main form, right? So here you can just find a place just to create the command button, right? So what I'm going to do here, click on the command button, and here, so I'm going to use on selects, and here I'm going to write my patch function, right? Patch. What I want to do is to book travel, book and travel. Then I'm going to select that item. Then I'm going to pass my PDF. Okay, sorry, this is not okay. My the button I just created now, so which is the generates PDF. Okay, what is going on here? Price selected. Okay, what to do here is to give me a sec. Okay, something is happening here. Save selected. So what's going on here? Okay, so what I'm going to do, it seems that the field is not available here, but probably that's why it's not seen there. So what I'm going to do is to open the component library. So I'm going to go there. Sometimes when you create a new field and you were able to see in the when you're using your command, creating your PowerS function, sometimes those field doesn't appear. So all you need to do is sometimes is just to open the component library itself. So when I open the component library, so everything will publish and refresh, and then you can be able to select um your field there. So that will be displaying for you. Okay, so this is still loading, and so we see. So here again, we're going to start here again. Good patch function, function, and here let's go sec. Right, book travel. That's the entity, the name of our entity. Like that. And then here I'm gonna do no. So this is about, you can see here the button let us show false now. So I'm going to do this one. I'm selecting the button, and here what I'm going to do is that I want to update the feed to yes, right? So think that's it. So after that is done, well, what I need to do also is to notify, I mean to send notification as well, to display notification. I'm going to do this PDF generator. Then I'm going to set my notification type to sources, and that's all. Okay, so I'm going to click on save and publish. So I'm going to publish this version. So like explain it, probably you can say one more time. So what this Spark function is doing is to update the new feed that I just created, right, into yes. So once this is updated to yes, then I'm going to, that's going to trigger the flow itself, right? So then from here, I'm going to create a flow, right? So probably I don't need to. So I'm going to show you the existing flow that I've created already. I'm going to go back to, can just close this one. And this is being saved. It's published already. So I'm going to close this. Then go back to my command button. And so here, I'm just going to rename it to PDF generates PDF. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go once again, click on save. So when that's done, I'm gonna click on play here. Yep. So if I go back to my booking, and if I open one of the records here, so here I'm gonna see the command button that I created. It should show from here. Let me refresh the page. Okay. Still coming up. Yeah. Yeah, as you can see here. So, and the other PDF I generated. So, the field that I created earlier. So once I click on these buttons, this is going to update this. Let me just test it first, and let's see if that's been updated. Okay, there's an error retrieving formula. Okay, sometimes this is what it gets. Okay, so I'm going to do that again. Okay, so that's been something is wrong with my command button. So I'm going to go back to this, but okay. So I think when I okay, so I think I understand what happened. And so when I resume this workspace, so and I see that the command that I written earlier on did not show up, right? So okay, I'm gonna do, I'm gonna continue from here, and I'm going to just start written over again. All right, so here, okay, let's get it started. And this should be generate PDF, generate PDF travel, and here what I want is yes, right. Then I want it to notify. Okay. Generated. Okay. Time success. It should be fine. Okay, so I'm going to save and publish once again. Yeah. Okay. So here I'm gonna refresh the page. So here I'm gonna press that to test the button if it's working or not. Then from there I can go to my flow then and see how the flow can connect the flow with this, right? So as you can see, it's working, and here. So once I click back, then I click on here once again, and so it's working out. So now let's go to our flow, right? So here I have already a flow that's generating a PDF for me, right? I created earlier. You can watch the other video and how to generate PDF and also attach to that PDF to the specific record in Dataverse, right? Just like what we are seeing from here, right? If I go to document and how you can be able to see the generated document within the document tab here itself, right? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this, right? When document is selected. So what I'm going to do is to probably I'm going to duplicate this. I think I need to duplicate this, right? So let's create this one, get a copy. And I'm going to edit this one. So here, going to delete this trigger. So I want to select a different trigger this time around. It's going to be when item is added. So here is going to be like my travel booking, travel. Sorry, this is going to be when a code is modified, right? So here I'm going to look for travel. Sorry, booking. Okay, travel bookings, then scope. So now I'm going to select the column itself. So this column we created earlier. So it is going to be PDF generated. So I'm going to select get the logical name. Go to command and then go to my columns here in the flow. And here I want to pick the flow when the button is true, right? So the rest of the flow will run. So pick automatically. So here, yeah, I'm going to do this as well. Okay. I'm going to save the flow. Right. So once the flow is saved, then I'm going to go back to the button. So I'm going to see just a refresh. Okay. And here I'm going to test the flow and do the manual flow. So let's see. So here you can see that apparently there's no any document generated here yet. So what I'm going to do is to first I need to make this okay. Sometimes you might want to generate this make this once it's PDF generated, I might want to set it back to no. So you can just use the flow to update this part to no once you're done with that. So that next time if you want to generate additional documents, you can always do that. Like that. So now once I finish that, if I go to command, button, as you can see, it's still loading. Let's see, it's going to come up as you can see here. So the flow actually runs. So if I go to the back to the flow, okay, so using that to actually, it's the kind of things that you would like to do in sometimes it's when you don't want to allow user to come to the flow button. For example, most of the times when they navigate to the flow button and they click on this flow button, for example, and it might actually give them the yeah, it might give them the ability to go to the unnecessary. Just give me a second. Okay, that follow is moved. So sometimes it might give them unnecessary, you know, information. Probably sometimes user might click go to the place, for example, in my let's say, for example, review connections and all that. User might start want to exploit this, and they don't want that to happen. And that they might also go into flow and start testing some things by themselves. You don't want them to have access to. So you can just use simple command button and also a column here. Understand? So depending on your situation or depending on your requirements. So most of the times, this is what I do when I have such a requirement. All right. Thank you very much, guys. You can watch that video how I was able to generate a PDF. We're using that, and thank you so much.